Good afternoon. This is Akashvani and I'm Naresh Mago with the Midday News. The headlines. In his first address from new Parliament, Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls new Sansad a new tryst with new destiny. Prime Minister says new Parliament reflects Atma Nirbhar Bharat and aspirations of 140 crore Indians. Addressing the 101st program of Mann Ki Baat, Prime Minister Modi highlights unique efforts of Yuva Sangam in strengthening the spirit of EK Bharat, Shrestha Bharat among the youths. Mr. Modi calls for water conservation, expresses happiness over construction of 50,000 Amrit Sarovars in the country till now. US President Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy reach agreement to raise federal government's $31.4 trillion debt ceiling. And in IPL Cricket, Gujarat Titans to face Chennai Super Kings in summit clash at Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad this evening. In his first address from new Parliament, Prime Minister Narendra Modi called the new Sansad a new tryst with new destiny. He said, when India moves forward, the world moves forward. He remarked that the new building of Parliament will call for development of the world along with the development of India. Addressing the nation in the Lok Sabha chamber of the new Parliament building, Mr. Modi stressed that this is not just a building, it is a reflection of Atma Nirbhar Bharat and aspirations and dreams of 140 crore Indians. He said this is the temple of our democracy, giving the message of India's determination to the world. Mr. Modi emphasized that today every Indian is full of pride seeing the new Parliament House.
ये सिर्फ एक भवन नहीं है, ये 140 करोड़ भारतवासियों की आकांक्षाओं और सपनों का प्रतिबिंब है। ये विश्व को भारत के दृढ़ संकल्प का संदेश देता हमारे लोकतंत्र का मंदिर है।
The Prime Minister said, our democracy is our inspiration and our constitution is our resolve. The best representative of this inspiration and resolution is our Parliament.
जब भारत आगे बढ़ता है, तो विश्व आगे बढ़ता है। संसद का ये नया भवन भारत के विकास से विश्व के विकास का भी आह्वान करेगा।
Highlighting the importance of Sangol, Mr. Modi said that whenever proceedings begin in this Parliament House, Sangol will continue to inspire us. Mr. Modi said that India started its new journey after losing a lot during the slavery period. He said the journey has entered the golden age of freedom after going through many ups and downs and overcoming many challenges. On the occasion, Mr. Modi launched a 75 rupee denomination coin and stamp. On the historic occasion, he arrived in the Lok Sabha chamber of the new Parliament building as members of Parliament this afternoon with Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla and other ministers. The ceremony began with the recital of the national anthem by all members of Parliament, chief ministers of different states and other dignitaries. Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha Harivansh read the messages of President Draupadi Murmu and Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar in the new Parliament. In his address, Mr. Harivansh said that this day is an important milestone as it will prove to be a source of inspiration in the Amrit Kal. He said it is a matter of immense happiness that a new modern Parliament was constructed in less than 2.5 years under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla also addressed the gathering. Earlier in the morning, Prime Minister Narendra Modi dedicated the newly constructed Parliament building to the nation. After performing Havan and placing Sangol in the new Parliament, Mr. Modi unveiled the plaque to mark the inauguration of the new Parliament building. The new building symbolizes the spirit of self-reliant India, Atma Nirbhar Bharat. The newly constructed building has been built in record time with quality construction. Prime Minister Narendra Modi laid the foundation stone of the new building on the 10th of December 2020. On the 140th birth anniversary of Swatantra Veer Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, floral tributes were paid to V.D. Savarkar's portrait in the new Parliament building. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, various union ministers and members of Parliament were present. The Maharashtra government organized an event at Maharashtra Sadan in Delhi on the occasion of Savarkar Jayanti, where Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis paid tributes to Veer Savarkar. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today highlighted the unique efforts of Yuva Sangam in strengthening the spirit of EK Bharat, Shrestha Bharat among the youth. Addressing the nation in his 101st Mann Ki Baat program on Akashvani, Mr. Modi said the Ministry of Education has taken up this initiative, keeping the unity and diversity of the nation in mind. In the earlier episodes of Mann Ki Baat, the Prime Minister had spoken about Kashi Tamil Sangamam and Saurashtra Tamil Sangamam. Mr. Modi stressed that the objective of Yuva Sangam is to increase people-to-people connect as well as to give an opportunity to the youth of the country to mingle with each other.
विभिन्न राज्यों के उच्च शिक्षा संस्थानों को इससे जोड़ा गया है। युवा संगम में युवा दूसरे राज्यों के शहरों और गांवों में जाते हैं। उन्हें अलग अलग तरह के लोगों के साथ मिलने का मौका मिलता है। युवा संगम के फर्स्ट राउंड में लगभग 1200 युवा देश के 22 राज्यों का दौरा कर चुके हैं। जो भी युवा इसका हिस्सा बने हैं, वे अपने साथ ऐसी यादें लेकर वापस लौट रहे हैं जो जीवन भर उनके हृदय में बसी रहेगी।
Mr. Modi also noted that the CEOs and business leaders of many big companies have spent time in India as backpackers. He expressed pride that leaders of other countries tell him about visiting India in their youth. The Prime Minister reiterated the need for water conservation and highlighted people's efforts in this direction. He expressed happiness that till now more than 50,000 Amrit Sarovars have been constructed.
हम सब ने एक कहावत कई बार सुनी होगी, बार बार सुनी होगी। बिन पानी सब सून, बिना पानी जीवन पर संकट तो रहता ही है, व्यक्ति और देश का विकास भी ठप पड़ जाता है। भविष्य की इसी चुनौती को देखते हुए आज देश के हर जिले में 75 अमृत सरोवरों का निर्माण किया जा रहा है। हमारे अमृत सरोवर इसलिए विशेष हैं क्योंकि ये आजादी के अमृत काल में बन रहे हैं और इसमें लोगों का अमृत प्रयास लगा है। आपको जानकर अच्छा लगेगा कि अब तक 50,000 से ज्यादा अमृत सरोवरों का निर्माण भी हो चुका है। ये जल संरक्षण की दिशा में बहुत बड़ा कदम है।
Mr. Modi mentioned some startups related to water conservation. The startup FluxGen provides water management options through IoT-enabled technologies. This technology is useful in learning about the patterns of water usage. The Prime Minister said it would help in effective use of water. The Prime Minister recounted his visit to the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Museum during his recent visit to Japan. He said it was an emotional experience for him. He said cherishing memories of history helps the coming generations. He also spoke about the International Museum Expo, which was organized in India a few days ago. It depicted the specialities of more than 1,200 museums of the world. Mr. Modi noted that there are different types of museums in India which display many aspects related to the country's past.
हमारे यहाँ भारत में अलग अलग प्रकार के ऐसे कई म्यूजियम्स हैं जो हमारे अतीत से जुड़े अनेक पहलुओं को प्रदर्शित करते हैं। जैसे गुरुग्राम में एक अनोखा संग्रहालय है म्यूजियो कैमेरा। इसमें 1860 के बाद के 8,000 से ज्यादा कैमरों का कलेक्शन मौजूद है। तमिलनाडु के म्यूजियम ऑफ पॉसिबिलिटीज को हमारे दिव्यांगजनों को ध्यान में रखकर डिजाइन किया गया है। मुंबई का छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज वास्तु संग्रहालय एक ऐसा म्यूजियम है जिसमें 70,000 से भी अधिक चीजें संरक्षित की गई हैं।
Mr. Modi asked people to share their pictures with the hashtag Museum Memories. He said doing so will further strengthen the connection of people with India's glorious culture. Today is the 100th birth anniversary of politician and film personality N.T. Ramarao. The Prime Minister said that he not only became the superstar of Telugu cinema, but also won the hearts of crores of people. Mr. Modi said preparations are going on in the country and abroad to celebrate World Yoga Day on 21st June.
21 जून को हम वर्ल्ड योगा डे भी मनाएंगे. उसकी भी देश विदेश में तैयारियां चल रही है. आप इन तैयारियों के बारे में भी अपने मन की बात मुझे लिखते रहिए. किसी और विषय पर कोई और जानकारी अगर आपको मिले तो वो भी मुझे बताइएगा.
The Prime Minister thanked the people for their intimacy and affection towards the 100th episode of Mann Ki Baat. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh is on a 3-day visit to Nigeria from today. He will attend the swearing-in ceremony of Nigeria's President-elect Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu at Eagle Square in Abuja tomorrow. In his tweet, the Raksha Mantri expressed confidence in further strengthening the India-Nigeria bilateral relations. The Defence Ministry said discussions will also be held with the Nigerian industry representatives and armed forces to explore how the Indian defence industry can support Nigeria's requirements. Mr. Singh will also address the Indian diaspora in Abuja, which is home to an estimated 50,000 members of the Indian community. Nepal Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachanda will be on an official visit to India from the 31st of this month to the 3rd of next month at the invitation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He will be on his first bilateral visit to India after assuming office in December 2022. He will be accompanied by a high-level delegation. U.S. President Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy have reached an agreement in principle to raise the federal government's $31.4 trillion debt ceiling. It will end a month-long stalemate. The deal will avert an economically destabilizing default which the Treasury Department warned would occur if the debt ceiling was not raised by the 5th of June. The deal still needs to be approved by the Congress. In Turkey, voting is underway for the presidential election for a second time in 2 weeks. In the first round on the 14th of May, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan received the most votes with 49.5% compared to Kılıçdaroğlu's 44.9%. In IPL Cricket, defending champions Gujarat Titans will face 4-time champions Chennai Super Kings in the summit clash at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad this evening. For Mahendra Singh Dhoni-led Chennai, this would be their 5th title, which would level them with Mumbai Indians with most IPL trophies. On the other hand, the Hardik Pandya-led Gujarat team reached its second final in a row. If they win the final, Gujarat would become the first team to win back-to-back titles in their first 2 years. India's ace shuttler HS Pranoy will lock horns with China's Wang Hongyan in men's singles final of Malaysia's Masters Badminton Tournament in Kuala Lumpur this afternoon. Last evening, world number 9 Pranoy received a walkover in his semi-final clash to the final after Indonesia's Christian Adinata pulled out with an injury towards the end of the first game. French Open tennis, the second Grand Slam tournament of the season, begins today. Serbian tennis great Novak Djokovic will start his quest for a record 23rd Grand Slam title in the absence of Spanish star and king of clay Rafael Nadal this year. First seed Alcaraz, second seed Daniil Medvedev and others will also participate in the tournament. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. In his first address from new Parliament, Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls new Sansad a new tryst with new destiny. Prime Minister says new Parliament reflects Atma Nirbhar Bharat and aspirations of 140 crore Indians. Addressing the 101st episode of Mann Ki Baat, Prime Minister Modi highlights unique efforts of Yuva Sangam in strengthening the spirit of EK Bharat, Shrestha Bharat among the youths. Mr. Modi calls for water conservation, expresses happiness over construction of 50,000 Amrit Sarovars in the country till now. U.S. President Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy reach an agreement to raise federal government's $31.4 trillion debt ceiling. And in IPL Cricket, Gujarat Titans to face Chennai Super Kings in summit clash at Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad this evening. And with that, we end the midday news.